Columbia Classics Volume 4 is finally here, but should we be crying tears of joy or suffering on its movie selections? Today's physical media news topic, we talk about the recent Columbia Classics Volume 4 announcement and dive into all those details. And then, of course, we got to talk about which one of these 4Ks I would have absolutely replaced. And then, of course, we talk about should you be picking this one up and when. So let's get into it. But before getting into this news, if you love collecting physical media just like me and being part of this amazing league of mega film fans, make sure you mega smash that like and subscribe button right now. That way you stay entertained and up to date on all the latest physical media topics. And leave in the comments below which of these Colombian classic titles are you most hyped up about. So diving into the news here on this recent Columbia Classics Volume 4 announcement, and we got this box set coming out February 13th, which is not too far away. I predicted if it wasn't going to come out during the holidays, it'd be soon after that, around the February time. So very exciting news there. We got 6 4Ks here, just like the other volume box sets. And let's go through these titles. It looks to be a good mixture of decades here. So first up, we got His Girl Friday. This looks to be a classic screwball comedy starring Cary Grant. And that's all I need to be sold on this one. I'm a sucker for comedies. If it's similar to Bringing Up Baby, I'm going to have a great time with this one. Next up, we got Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, which stars Sidney Poitier. And this one depicts an interracial marriage. And I just want to check this one out to look at the different cultural aspects and the social commentary, and just very intrigued by that title. Next up, we got Kramer vs. Kramer, which I've actually seen this one, and I really like this movie. It's the Best Picture winner. You got Meryl Streep, Dustin Hoffman, that both give excellent performances in here, but it depicts a divorce, a legal proceedings with a kid, and all that drama going on. But it's a very, very powerful film. It might get you crying. And I predicted that this one was going to be in the box set as a very safe choice for Columbia Classics. So check one off the list. I'm a good predictor, at least for one of them. I'll take that as a win. And then, of course, next up, we got one that surprised me, which is Starman, directed by John Carpenter. A John Carpenter title going to a Columbia Classic set. This is fantastic. I want to see all John Carpenter movies. You know, I'm a sucker for the horror genre, my second favorite genre, and I've never seen this John Carpenter title. So very excited for it to go to 4K. Oh, ooh, that was a little shocker to me, that one. Very intrigued in that one. And then, of course, next up, we gotta have Sleepless in Seattle. Yes, of course, the very notable holiday romantic comedy with Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks. You sell me on that alone. I can't believe I've never seen this one. Yep, that's a shocker to me too. I hear wonderful things about this one. I love the rom-com drama. I mean, give me romance all day. I will take it. I do really want to see this one. Happy that a more modern title was included in this box set. That almost sold me on it alone. And then next up, we got to, of course, finish up with, a little bit more modern here with a Punch Drunk Love. This one stars Adam Sandler, but it's not a straight up comedy. Don't get fooled with the Adam Sandler name. I own this one already, and this is much more of a dark comedy. It has some dramatic moments. It has some wacky, bizarre moments in this one. I think it was a Paul Thomas Anderson film or some kind of Anderson that directed this one. So you're going to get a little bit of wackiness in there. But yeah, so that's going to round out the list here. Now, a lot of these are getting new special features, which is cool, whether it's some commentaries, interviews, featurettes. I think there's only a couple in here that only come with archival stuff, but we know these are on 4K resolution with Dolby Vision, so they're probably going to look really, really good. And our bonus discs here include the follow-up Starman TV series. Yes, we're getting I think it's 22 episodes of that television show, which is super, super cool. I love to see TV making a comeback on physical media. Never seen this show, like I've never seen the movie. I can't wait to combo those together. It gets me to watch another show. So very intrigued to check that one out as well. And so those are all the major details. But now we got to talk about would I have replaced any of these 4K titles with something different? So now getting into if I would have replaced any of these titles, but first of all, I gotta give credit where credit is due to Sony Columbia Classics for making these movie choices because there's a good mixture of decades in here. There's some different genres. Seems like there's some hot titles in this one that can actually sell this box set, so that'll do better than a Volume 3 box set. So that's great to hear from a collecting physical media standpoint. The one title I would have probably replaced, though, for my own selfish reasons would be Punch Drunk Love. Now, reason why is I already own a boutique label release of this one, a Criterion Blu-ray, where the quality looks fantastic already. Of course, this might be a slight upgrade, but do I need more Punch Drunk Love in the collection? No, that's not a title I would ever double dip on. Even though I like the movie well enough, it's not one I rewatch all the time, so I'm definitely not going to get the use out of it. It's just a little too bizarre for me, and it's not like I'm laughing hysterically throughout the entire movie. Like I said, there's a lot of dark moments in that movie. So I would have replaced that one. I would have thrown it out, got something else in there. I still would have gone with a modern title, and I would have gone with something, say, like The Patriot to get a historical kind of action drama in there, or I would have gone with A Knight's Tale, just something super fun, jousting, rock and roll. You can't go wrong with that. Or like Moneyball to get that sports business statistic kind of movie in there with Brad Pitt. That would have been a great time as well. And I think Columbia Classics still owns distribution rights to those three. If they don't, sorry, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. That's totally fine. But something else, a different kind of genre in there, because it seems that this set already has comedies in there. We already got romance in there. So Punch Drunk Love, I just feel wasn't super necessary. I thought we could have done something a little outside the box, still with another modern title that just would have been super, super awesome to make this like a wow kind of box set. Right now it's just kind of like a yeah box set. But that is the one title I would replace. But that's because I already own it. If you don't own it, you might get a kick out of Punch Drunk Love. So it's not a terrible choice for Columbia Classics to include. Getting now into when and if you should pick this box set up. And of course, if you're a fan of these movies, you gotta pick it up at some point, right? Now, I really want to pick up this set myself. I have all other 3 volumes. This is like the one series of box sets I choose to collect. It just really caught my attention with the first volume, and then the volume 2 was great, and I still quite enjoyed volume 3, even though it wasn't the best. But I'm so excited for these title announcements. Like I said, I think they did a great job with their choices here. So I really, really want this box set. It's going to look so cool with the green. Ooh, it's going to really pop on the shelf. So I do really want this one. But I have now learned from Columbia Classic volume sets before that do I need these day one? Can I wait for a discount and a deal? Because volume 3, I think at one point got down to what, like $75 or something, or maybe even less. And these sets usually start off around the $150 or so range, and they usually drop after that. Very few times have any of these volumes ever really sold out. Now, Volume 1 did sold out, so now that could be a possibility of Volume 4, but I really don't think Volume 4 is going to sell out. I think it's going to play similarly to Volume 3, and I think that it will get a discount probably sooner rather than later. So I think the sweet spot for me on this one is when it goes under 100. When it goes under 100, I can definitely justify the 6 4Ks for that, no problem. And like I said, I really haven't seen a lot of the ones in this box set. I've seen 2 of them, Kramer vs. Kramer and Punch Drunk Love. It's going to be worth it for the other ones alone. And you get that little TV show in there with Starman. So very excited to get this one. But I don't want to get a day one. Don't think it's necessary for a day one. So if you don't absolutely need it day one, then just wait for a deal and a discount. I don't think there's no issues with that. But yeah, very excited for this news overall. And if you love these Columbia Classic movies, of course you got to pick this one up. You just know if you like the classics, that's kind of where it comes down to. Some people are only modern watchers, that's okay too. I like a little mixture of decades in my watching filmography, so I will definitely go and pick this one up eventually. But I will be patient on this one. But you guys gotta let me know in the comments below. Are you excited for any of the titles in Columbia Classics Volume 4? When are you going to pick this one up? Is it a day one purchase, or are you going to be patient like me? Let's have those fun movie conversations down below. Once again, if you haven't hit that subscribe and like button, if you made it through the end of this video, you know you love the content, go ahead and do that. And if you enjoy this physical media topic, go ahead and mega click another video right now. And thank you so much, my mega membership supporters.